If you text or talk on a handheld cell phone this month, you may be cited by Bishop Police or other law enforcement who say they will take a zero-tolerance attitude on distracted driving. April is officially Distracted Driving Awareness Month. For drivers who violate the law and are caught, it would mean a minimum ticket cost of $159. Repeat tickets cost at least $279. Law enforcement agencies all over the state, including the Highway Patrol and local police, will crack down on cell phone use and texting while driving. According to a press release from the Bishop Police Department, drivers who use handheld devices are 4 times as likely to get into crashes serious enough to injure themselves. Police also say younger, inexperienced drivers under 20 have the highest proportion of distraction-related fatal crashes. Studies also show that texting while driving can delay a driver's reaction time equal to having a blood alcohol content of a legally drunk driver. Serious stuff. Police also say that hands-free cell phone conversations are also dangerous, although not illegal, since the driver is not fully concentrating on driving. So the best thing to do, police say, put the cell phone out of use when you get behind the wheel. Well, many cities and counties have an eye on a case that started in the city of Lancaster. The case later went to the U.S. Court of Appeals, and a decision is out on the challenge to prayers before public meetings. This issue of invocations at public meetings came up in the city of Bishop when officials decided they should establish a prayer policy based on law and legal precedent. Courts have determined the First Amendment of the Constitution prohibits government from establishing or endorsing any particular religion. Prior to the City Council adopting their guidelines, a Hindu man had requested delivering an invocation in Bishop. That kind of spurred them on to adopting guidelines. The city's guidelines ask those who give a prayer to avoid references to specific deities like Jesus Christ, Buddha, or Allah. The policy does permit more generic terms like God and Creator. In the Lancaster case, the judges ruled in favor of that city. They found that public prayers are legal if they do not, quote, proselytize, advance, disparage one religion, or affiliate government with a particular faith. 2 citizens had sued the city of Lancaster after a pastor used the name of Jesus in a public prayer. But again, the judges saw nothing in the record or the prayer policy, they said, to indicate the city had affiliated itself with Christianity. Asked if adoption of their invocation guidelines was a wise move by the Bishop City Council, City Attorney Peter Tracy said that, as he had made it clear, he didn't really like the idea of adopting the guidelines, but he said, I have no question that adopting them was wise considering legal risks. Assuming the Lancaster case becomes final as written, he said that then there's the alternative to use that city's guidelines instead of the ones that Bishop is currently using, and apparently it would allow a little more leeway in what can be said in those prayers. A number of Bishop pastors had complained that they were unable to use the word Jesus in their prayers before the City Council. Well, a lot of people are praying that the bureaucraties in the forest revision plan for the Inyo National Forest isn't too confusing. And the Forest Service says they have another workshop set up if you want to learn more about this. Following 2 public meetings in mid-March, the Forest Service had heard public comments about forest conditions and trends. Now they have set up a workshop for Thursday, April 4th at the Forest Supervisor's office in Bishop. Again, it's about the forest plan revision. The workshop will be broken into 2 sessions. The first from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., the second 5 to 7 p.m. Participants are welcome to attend either or both sessions. Those unable to attend can participate via a live webinar and conference line. And the Inyo National Forest recently started what they're calling the assessment phase of the forest plan revision process, assessing forest resource conditions and trends, relying on public knowledge and agency data. So again, if you are interested in taking part in this process, you can go to those workshops, or for more information, contact Susan Joyce, Forest Planner, at 873-2516. We'll be right back with weather.